and welcome to Cutting Words. I'm Brad Thompson, and today we're going to delve into this playtest 6th Unearthed Arcana for the next edition of D&D, or next iteration, I guess. No edition, still the same edition. No One D&D, no, none of this. It's just 5e continued. 2024, here we go. Anyway, we keep going. It's because it's such a big playtest. Heck it. The feedback survey is out as well, so you can actually let wizards know what you think of this playtest material, as none of it is final at all. But without further ado, we're going to delve into the Cleric today, see what they changed, what's going on with our divine healer here. Alright, let's get it up. Alright, and as always, this playtest material is available to be viewed as a PDF on dndbeyond.com, as well as where you can get to the feedback survey. Alright, so the Cleric. Still Wisdom, of course. Your party healer, well, main party healer option anyway. There are other classes obviously that can heal. But Cleric's generally the best at it. Alright, so, and then a change log here. Cleric updates, Divine Order, formerly called Holy Order. So that was in the previous playtest for the Cleric there. So it has moved from 2nd level to 1st level. The Thaumaturge option has been redesigned to include elements from the former Thaumaturge and Scholar options. Okay. So that's all to do with separating, cause in the current edition of D&D, there is, some clerics get heavy armor based off their domain choice, that sort of thing. So they kind of strip that all away from the which domain, or deity you worship, and instead make it more of an option. Any cleric can pick what, are they more of a martial cleric or a scholarly cleric, I guess, is what they're doing there. So they're separated away from your domain choice, so you can make that choice earlier, and then when you make your domain later, so moved up now, give you more options there. But anyway, we'll take a closer look as we scroll down. Also, spellcasting has one noteworthy change. Spell preparation is no longer tied to the level of your spell slots. Oh yeah, that's across the board they've changed so far this playtest, which is fantastic. I really hated that change, and they've got basically reverted back more or less to the current way they're doing things. Alright. There's the table of class features here for the Cleric. We'll take a closer look as we go through. More changes. Channel Divinity has returned to 2nd level. And it's I think it was 1st level in the last playtest. What a great dip that was. And its number of uses now increases with your Cleric level and isn't based on your proficiency bonus. In addition, you regain 1 use whenever you finish a short rest. The healing and damage of Divine Spark has also changed, and Turn Undead now uses the incapacitated and frightening conditions. Finally, the multiclassing sidebar has a new rule for Channel Divinity. Yes, that Divine Spark in the previous playtest was quite good. Quite good. So we'll see what they've done with that. Cleric subclasses, so they're basically now match the current version, 2014 Cleric abbreviation, except for subclasses now staying at 3rd level. So it's across the board, they've made sure no subclasses kick in until 3rd level there. Give me a chance those first 2 levels to play with the base class before introducing your big choice, your big career choice there. I wish I can appreciate them doing, but yeah, and like, because I've even played in games actually where it's the DM's really tailored things to kind of based off what your character choices, your subclass, you unlock subclass options, which is quite fun. So it was always a bit awkward to do with classes that get their subclass straight away out of the gate. It's kind of like, I guess don't just stat it up and ignore your subclass until you earn it or whatever. And this gives the option now if everyone's 3rd. Anyway, fun things you can do with the game. Smite Undead now uses your Wisdom modifier rather than your proficiency bonus. We have also clarified that this damage doesn't end the turn effect on an undead. Blessed Strikes now lets you choose Divine Strike or Potent Spellcasting. In 2014, a subclass gave you one of those features. In this playtest, you now get a choice, which is basically what they did in Tasha's anyway. Commune is a new 9th level feature. Okay. Improved Blessed Strikes is a new 14th level feature. wonder what that's going to do. Probably slightly better Divine Blessed Strike, should I say. Divine Intervention and Greater Divine Intervention have been redesigned to allow reliable results. This was the most requested change for these features. Really? Okay. I'm surprised that's alright. Because I always like the open-ended nature of Divine Intervention. But I guess not all tables have creative DMs for that? I don't know. It's interesting that it's requested to be more concrete what exactly it does. Which we'll have a closer look at that when we scroll down. And Greater Divine Intervention has returned to 20th level, replacing Epic Boon. Epic Boon feats will return to the future UA, but they won't be built into a class's level progression. See you later. I would not be surprised at all if they're banished back to the DMG, Dungeon Master's Guide, to never be seen again. Who knows? Because yeah, have anyone actually played epic level D&D? Like normally in the few games I've done 20th level, be it I run or I played in, I had the rare achievement of actually running up to level 20 and playing in a couple of games actually up to that high tier. I know, right? Crazy, so rare. And yeah, like 20th level doesn't last for very long. Even the upper echelons, 17, 18, 19, 20, those levels don't hang around those very long. The campaign's kind of wrapping out at that point. So I've not heard of anyone ever actually playing the epic level rules where you can unlock these epic boons, these epic boon feats, because they do basically exist in a version of them exists in the DMG currently. I never heard anyone really playing that crazy high tier. There you go. Anyway, the Cleric though. Green your Cleric, still 1d8 hit die. Yeah. Classic 8d8 hit die there for Cleric. Almost forgot. See, Wisdom, Charisma, saving throws. Same as always. Great saves. History, Insight, Medicine, Persuasion, and Religion. We choose 2 skills there. Only simple weapons. Tools, none. Armor training, light armor, medium armor, and shields. You get some basic starting equipment there. Alright, and the multiclassing. So that new multiclassing rule for channel divinity. If you have more than one class with a channel divinity feature, a class's use of that feature can be expended only on that class's channel divinity options. So, in which case, the Paladin also gets channel divinity, but basically it's treated as 2 separate pools of channel divinities, which is, could just use a different name to avoid all that, but oh well. I guess they really like the name, want to keep channel divinity's name, but not allow the pools to combine for some reason. It's too strong, too strong. Who knows? Alright, class features. First level, Divine Water. You've dedicated yourself to one of the following sacred roles of your choice. So at first level, you get a choice there between Protector and Thaumaturge. So you choose Protector if you want to be more martial, so you train for battle. You gain martial weapon proficiency, so you can use all the weapons, and heavy armor training. Great choice. Even if we weren't playing to be very martial, just I can wear heavy armor, so I'm harder to hit. It's always solid. Even if you have no plans to ever pick up a weapon, it's a great choice just for that alone. Though, weirdly in this version of D&D, it's quite easy actually to get armor training from feats at first level as well, I think. At least, I'm not even know how heavy, maybe it's just a medium and light. But yeah, it's, definitely, there's interesting times with, with a bunch of extra feats now at the first level, through backgrounds and being a human and that sort of thing. Anyway. Thaumaturge. You know 1 extra cantrip from the Divine Spell list. See your spellcasting feature for information on preparing spells. In addition, your mystical connection to the Divine gives you a bonus to your intelligence religion checks. The bonus equals your wisdom modifier, minimum of +1. So, you normally, clerics, all about that wisdom, and you probably want to get a strength or dex, depending on what type of armor you're wearing, and you need some constitution, and well, there's not much room left for being very smart. So, I can appreciate having a wisdom bonus to your religion check, so you actually know a thing or two about, well, you always assume you know your faith. You don't need a roll for that. You know how your faith works, but you have a bonus for knowing about comparisons to other people's faiths and going, no, they're the bad one. Look, this is why, or whatever. So yeah, it's quite nice. There, cute little feature. Not sure how often it'll come up, but when it does, it's always nice so you don't get mocked. Who would mock a party cleric for not knowing much about religion. Who would do that? Who would play that character? Definitely not me. So let's see. We got how many cantrips? You get extra cantrip, and so currently at the level normally you get 3. So you get 3, which is a pretty good number. So you can start with 4. You do get another one at level 4 anyway. Yeah, I think Protect is probably the better option there. Because cantrip wise, so you got your base 3, which is going to be guidance. Resilience now, they're keeping it how it is, because it's actually in the previous playtest, resilience was a reaction that added D4 to a saving throw, D1 saving throw, which very strong. So you got that in guidance, and then I also got Spear the Dying had last playtest was also heal 1 hit point, which is ridiculously good. So if that's still around, then that's probably your 3 options there. Then I guess for a weapon, use a martial weapon or pick up a crossbow or something until you get another cantrip, which would be the damage one, probably Toll the Dead, or Sacred Flame if you really want to do radiant damage. But yeah, that's that's what we probably do. So yeah, the extra cantrip, yeah, Thaumaturge is nice. I mean, I guess it gives you room if you want to have some more flavorful cantrips as well. But otherwise, Protector seems probably the more solid option. Alright, but also it's a different feel, Cleric obviously as well. Also at first level though, you also get spellcasting. So you've learned to cast spells through prayer, meditation, and devotion. So you get your cantrips, you get 3 cantrips. They're recommending guidance, sacred flame, and thaumaturgy. I would never recommend thaumaturgy. I mean, it's great for opening windows, I guess. Hilariously, and opening doors. Let's see. Yeah, throwing your voice, making your voice really loud. Sure. So you get your spells. You can replace cantrips. When you gain a cleric level. Oh yeah. Cool. So let's see. Spell slots is all pretty much the same with spell preparation. You prepare the spells of first level higher. They're available to you. Cast feature. Let's see how many. Choose 4 first level spells. Okay. And Blessed Kill Wounds, Guiding Bolt, Shield of Faith. Actually, they're pretty good choices. They actually recommended some good spells there. Perfect. Maybe swap in Pro Evil and Good, and maybe instead of one of those. But yeah. Let's see. Number of increases. Choose number of spells. What number of spells you also increases as you gain cleric levels. Show the prepared spells column cleric table. The number increases. Choose additional spells from Divine Spell list until your number of spells and list matches. Choose spells must be from level which spell slots. Okay. So you should say how many. Spells. No, just go to the table. Okay. We'll scroll to the table. Prepared spells 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. It goes up there. Okay. I'm pretty sure that was based off wisdom before? Anyway. There it is there. It's a fixed number that goes up. And changing prepared spells, when you finish a long rest, you can change your list of prepared spells, replacing 1 or more. So you can swap them all out if you want to. Alright, let's see. So wisdom's to your spellcasting there, you get a holy symbol, check focus, which you can paint on a shield. It's very good. Alright, so at 2nd level, you get channel divinity. You gain the ability to channel divine energy directly from the outer planes, using that energy to fuel magical effects. Alright, you start with 2 such effects, Divine Spark and Turn Undead. Alright, so each time you use your channel ability, you choose which effect to create and gain additional effect options at high levels. Class, okay. Use channel ability twice, you regain 1 expended use when you finish a short rest, and regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. You gain additional uses when you reach certain cleric levels, as shown in the channel divinity column cleric table. If a channel divinity effect requires a saving throw, DC equals your spell save DC. Alright. Divine Spark is a magic action. You point your holy symbol at another creature you can see within 30 feet of yourself and focus divine energy at them. Just focus real hard. Roll 1d8 and add your wisdom modifier. You either restore hit points to the creature equal to that total or force that creature to make a constitution saving throw. On a failed save, the creature takes necrotic or radiant damage, your choice, equal to that total. On a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage, rounded down. Okay, that's definitely a lot weaker than it was. like, probably just want to use it for the healing at that point. Nice having an extra pool of healing. I mean, not as good as Loud had for some reason. But hey, what you do? You roll an additional D8 when you reach a certain level. Cleric level, 7th level, you get 2D8. 13th level, 3D8. 18th level, 4D8. That's a weird progression. Why 7th, 13th, 18th? Why not 5, 11, 17? Alright, sure. Turn undead. As a magic action, you present your holy symbol and speak a prayer centering undead creatures. Each undead within 30 feet of you must make a wisdom saving throw. If the creature fails its saving throw, it has the frightened and incapacitated conditions for 1 minute. This effect ends early on a creature if it takes any damage. You have the incapacitated condition or you die. Now, a lot of yeah, high level undead and things. Have you been doing incapacitated? Maybe, I think. Frightened? If not, they I'm sure the monster manual will have that in mind to keep the high level undead. Who get nerfed by a turn undead because they're immune to that stuff. It was embarrassing when the lich has to flee in terror. Yeah, and it's mostly designed for mook crowd control. Yeah, so that's the ability options there. Alright. It's fine. 3rd level Cleric subclass. So your subclass, and for today on the menu we have Life Domain, Light Domain, Trickery Domain, or War Domain. Subclasses are detailed in class description. Yeah, so we'll see those at the end. So at 3rd level you get your first hit of that. Your subclass. It's interesting, we went for Life, the classic Cleric, Light, the Laser Cleric, Trickery, the not very good Cleric, but hopefully it's been improved. Because it's a very cool, flavorful archetype, but it definitely struggled previously. And War Domain, so just why aren't you just playing a Paladin Cleric? Wonderful. 4th level, yeah, your feat. / ability score improvement. 5th level, Smite Undead. So at 5th level, obviously your 3rd level casting is your big bump, but also you gain this feature here. You can cause your Turn Undead feature to smite the Undying. Whenever you use Turn Undead, you roll a number of d8s equal to your Wisdom modifier, min of 1d8, and add the rolls together. Each Undead that fails its saving throw against the use of Turn Undead takes radiant damage equal to the roll's total. This damage doesn't end the turn effect. So bonus damage. So low level Mook Undead may die, which is, I guess, a cleaner way of doing it, as opposed to if the skeletons are the CR rating, then they just die, and if not a higher CR, then they're fine. Which is kind of hard to keep track of. This is just flat, steal some damage. Don't have to worry about tracking CRs and all that stuff. They try and keep as much of the CR tracking away from the player side of things. Yeah. It's interesting. Always find, yeah. Undead, being undead, having a creature type undead, there's such a disadvantage. It's like, oh, damn, it'd be so much better if I wasn't undead. Oh my god. So many things that do bonus effects against undead. Poor undead. Oh dear. 6th level subclass feature. See, the subclass feature there. 7th level Blessed Strikes. Divine Power infuses you in battle. You gain one of the following options of your choice. Divine Strike. Once on each of your turns, when you hit a creature with an attack with a weapon, you can cause the target to take an extra 1d8 necrotic or radiant, your choice damage. Potent spellcasting, you add your Wisdom modifier to the damage you deal with any divine cantrip. It's interesting, you have to choose which one to gain, that's it. You can't be flexible about it. Like, instead, best being, once each turn you can choose to use one of these, so then you can, on the fly, like, actually this fight, I'm going to be more martial, this fight, I'm going to use my cantrips more. Or on this particular turn in combat or whatever, the enemy's too far away, I can't close with them to do my melee strike, I'll just do a cantrip. You can't locked in with this choice now, which is interesting. I would have just had it, you can just choose. Once a turn, do one of these. If you get either option from another source, you use only the option you choose for this feature. Okay. Sure. 8th level, you get no ability score improvement or feat. 9th level, commune. In the past, you've reached the divine source of your power through prayer. Now you can also have brief conversations. You always have the commune spell prepared. So commune spell is already a cleric spell. I think it's a ritual as well. So okay. So this means you just have the spell guaranteed. You don't have to use it up when you're prepared slots for it. Just have it. So it's a bit of a nothing feature really, because, well, I mean, generally speaking, clerics do pick up commune anyway. It's always fun asking your god questions. 10th level, divine intervention. You can call on your deity or pantheon to intervene on your behalf as a magic action. Choose any divine spell of 5th level or lower that doesn't require a reaction to cast as part of the same action. You cast a spell without expending a spell slot or needing material components. You then can't use this feature again until you finish a long rest. So previously it was the whole divine intervention kicks in. You can roll D100. You roll under your class level. So at this level, you roll 10 or less on 100 die there to get an amazing effect. But instead they've changed it now, so there's less, because very rarely it pops up. When it does pop up, it's really good, really cool. They've instead scrapped that and gone for a more reliable option. Arguably just fun, but very, very powerful here. So you get like basically a free extra 5th level spell that doesn't require any material components. So like, I think Raised Dead's a classic choice here. Doesn't require extra cast. As part of the same action, you cast a spell without expending a spell. So does that get around casting time too? Yeah, so you can just raise someone from the dead as an action in combat without spending your diamonds and all that. Yeah, that's really good. Or divine intervention for casting commune. I want to ask my dad these questions right now. Yeah, very strong. Has to be a divine spell, but that's fine. Divine intervention, I need spirit guardians right now. I need a bless. Yeah. I guess credit restoration for niche situations. Again, saving that cost. That's a bit weird, kind of bothering your deity that often though. Once a day. I just want to save on some component costs here. Hey God, can you just help me out here? Get you up the check for this one. There we go. 12th level, we got ability score improvement. You gain ability score or feat again there. 14th level, improved Blessed Strikes. The option you chose for Blessed Strikes grows more powerful. So Divine Strike, the extra damage or your Divine Strike increases to 2d8. Potent spellcasting, when you cast Divine Cantrip and deal damage to a creature with it, you gain you can give vitality to yourself or another creature within 60 feet of yourself, granting a number of temporary hit points equal to twice your wisdom modifier. That's interesting. So rather than being more damage for the cantrip one, it's just have a small buffer of temporary hit points you give out. I wonder why they did that rather than being damage oriented too. It's an interesting choice there. Sure. 16th level, ability score improvement. Feat again. 17th level, your subclass feature, your capstone for your divine domain there. 19th level, ability score improvement or feat. And 20th level, greater divine intervention, where historically it's being you've been serving your god for so long now your god serves you. You can basically once a week get your god to come on down or what have you, make something happen. But now they've changed it to had more, I guess, fixed wording. So you are able to call on even more powerful divine intervention. When you use your divine intervention feature, you can choose wish when you select the spell. If you do so, you can't use divine intervention again until you finish 2d4 long rests. So this is still the same use of divine intervention, it's just being upgraded. When you cast wish with this feature, you are immune to the stress caused by using wish to do something other than casting a spell. Oh, that's nice. Because you can't just lose, God doesn't cut you off from wishing feature. You just go do it once every 2d4 long rests. Well, there we go. Wish for something big. Why don't we not rewording the wish spell at all, or leave it as is? It sounds like so far like leaving it as is. Alright, now onto the subclasses. First up, Life Domain, the classic domain, the default Cleric option really. It's so good at bonus healing. Like, you like healing, play a Cleric. You like healing even more, play a Life Cleric. Alright, so design notes, Life Domain updates. Doing spells all once again includes first level spells, and Prev healing has been replaced by Aid. Fair enough. Aid's pretty good. Prev healing, 10 minutes is too long cast time. Disciple of Life is now clearer than that its extra hit points are based on the spell slot expended. Alright, Preserve Life has been redesigned to give more flexibility in how you protect yourself and others. Healing spells are almost all abjuration spells. Okay, now so the revised feature applies to almost all defensive and healing spells on the Divine list. Blessed Healer is now clearer that its extra hit points are based on the spell slot expended. Divine Strike is being replaced by Blessed Strikes in the base class. Supreme Healing now applies to Channel Divinity as well to spells. Alright, so the Life Cleric spells are, so at 3rd level, you get a whole heap of spells because you get the first level spells coming in as well. So you get the Aid, you get your Bless, you get your Cure Wounds, you get your Lesser Restoration, all great picks there. You pick anyway, but they just have them so you can get other things. I'm not sure what else Divine list you're going to be preparing though, but oh well, you got to have a lot of options there. You have all those weird niche spells because you've got room for them. 5th level, you get Mass Healing Word and Revivify. Again, more like aspects really for the Cleric. You just got them so you can pick other weird stuff, I guess. 7th level, Aura of Life, Death Ward, and 9th level, Greater Restoration and Mass Cure Wounds. It's just, I like more Cleric, my Cleric, please. Here you go. Also at 3rd level, you get Disciple of Life. Your healing spells are empowered by life itself. Sure. When the spell you cast with a spell slot restores hit points to a creature, that creature gains additional hit points on the turn you cast the spell. The additional hit points equal 2 plus the spell slot's level. So that interesting wording there, I think that's being added there. The creature gains additional hit points on the turn you cast the spell. So to get around things like ongoing healing spells like Aura of Vitality, that is ongoing healing. This will only affect on the first turn it was used, not future turns, that sort of thing. Fair enough. 3rd level, also Preserve Life. As part of casting a prepared abjuration spell from the Divine spell list, you can expend uses of Channel Divinity to create a spell slot to use for the casting. You must expend a number of Channel Divinity uses equal to the spell's level. For example, you can expend 1 use of Channel Divinity to create a first level spell slot, or a casting of Shield of Faith if you have that spell prepared. Okay, so just this little cute little number of because you're not made of Channel Divinities, but the short rest, refresh, extra spell slots there, so you can always keep on casting. It's a cute little extra pool there for your healing spells. 6th level, Blessed Healer. The healing spells you cast on others, specifically others, heal you as well. Immediately after you cast a spell with a spell slot that restores hit points to one creature other than you, you regain hit points equal to 2 plus the spell slot's level. Alright. Little cute level of healing there, especially useful if you're getting hit by a bunch of AoE, so you get hit 2. 17th level, Supreme Healing. When you would normally roll 1 or more dice to restore hit points to a creature with a spell or Channel Divinity, you don't roll those dice for the healing. Instead, use the highest number possible for each die. For example, instead of restoring 2d6 hit points to a creature with a spell, you restore 12. All the heal, so much healing. Your friends will never die. And that's basically the Life Cleric. Solid, simple, straightforward. Does a great job at it. A Light Domain, aka the Laser Cleric. Pew pew pew. What have we got here? So Light Domain updates. You got a bonus cantrip has been replaced by Divine Order in the base class, so don't get any more. Domain spells contains several different spells, fleshing out the list with options that emphasize Revelation. Okay. Warding Flare now has improved flare rolled into it, allowing the cleric to use the feature on themselves and their allies. Revealing Light is a new 6th level feature. Potent spellcasting has been replaced by Blessed Strikes in the base class. Corona of Light now also benefits Radiance of the Dawn, and it no longer requires an action to deactivate early. Okay. So, Light Domain spells are... You get your Burning Hands, you get your Fairy Fire, you get your Moonbeam and Sea Invisibility. Great spells there. At 5th level, you get Daylight and Fireball. Fantastic. I was worried they might drop Fireball because they took Fireball away from the Wildfire Cleric. Bizarre. Back when they were doing, playtesting for that quite some time ago. But anyway, 7th level Arcane Eye and Wall of Fire, and then 9th level Flame Strike and Scrying. But really, it's all about that Fireball. You're playing this cleric because you want to have a cleric with Fireball. That's generally the gist. Warding Flare. When a creature you can see within 30 feet of you makes an attack roll, you can use your reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack roll, causing light to flare before the attacker, or it hits or misses. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your wisdom modifier. Your gain experience uses when you finish a long rest. So you can get a nice reaction there, where clerics generally don't have reactions, so it's quite nice. Though if Resilience is storing reaction, then maybe clerics do have a good use for reaction, in which case Warding Flare, less good. There's a solid little option there, especially at low level. 3rd level, Radiance of the Dawn. As a magic action, you present your holy symbol and expend a use of your channel divinity to emit sunlight in a 30-foot radius sphere centered on yourself. Any magical darkness, such as that created by the darkness spell in the sphere, is dispelled. Oh, it doesn't matter what level or anything, just works. That's pretty good. Because otherwise, a high-level darkness spells can be a pain to remove, so it just solves it straight away. Additionally, each creature of your choice in the sphere must make a Constitution saving throw, taking radiant damage equal to 2d10 plus your cleric level on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. It's a good little AoE there. Yeah, cool. 6th level, Revealing Light. As a bonus action, you can present your holy symbol and cast See Invisibility without spending a spell slot. When you cast it in this way, your allies also gain a benefit of the spell while within 10 feet of you. Oh, nice. Until the spell ends, you emit bright light in a 10-foot radius and dim light in an additional 10 feet. You can end the spell early as a bonus action. Once you use this feature, you can't do so again until you finish a long rest. Always cute. Give you all your friends See Invisibility. Get those invisible foes. Very nice. 17th level, Corona of Light. As a magic action, you cause yourself to emit an aura of sunlight that lasts for 1 minute, or until you dismiss it. No action required. You emit bright light in a 60-foot radius and dim light for an additional 30 feet. Your enemies in the bright light have disadvantage on saving throws against your Radiance of the Dawn and any spell that deals fire or radiant damage. Oh, and yeah, full stop. That's it. Which is a great one, especially if you teamed up with like other casters in your party, other wizards and sorcerers and things who dish out all the fireballs or whatever. If you're at disadvantage, perfect. So you can kind of go over and nuke the enemy with the Corona of Light. It's quite cool. All right. Next we have Trickery Domain. Let's see. The changes are for the sneaky cleric. Domain spells has updated spell list. Ooh, interesting. What have they done to it? Because the spell list was probably the best thing about this subclass. Blessing of the Trickster can target someone up to 30 feet away, and clerics can use it on themselves. That's nice. Finally, I use my ability on myself. Oh, good. Invoke Duplicity no longer requires concentration. Thank goodness. What do you mean I had to concentrate on this? How will I concentrate in my spells now? And it requires a bonus action rather than an action. In addition, you teleport when you first use it, not just when you move the illusion later. Okay. Trickster's Magic is a new feature that replaces Cloak of Shadows, which was poorly rated, and domain spells now includes invisibility. Okay. Divine Strike has been replaced by Blessed Strikes in the base class. Improved Duplicity was poorly rated and now has entirely new functionality. Alright, and domain spells are. So at 3rd level we get Charm Person, Disguise Self, okay, yeah. Invisibility, and Password Trace. Oh good. Password Trace, what to get, that one is very strong. A 5th level Hypnotic Pattern and Non-Detection. Oh good, Hypnotic Pattern's really good. 7th level Confusion and Dimension Door. Dimension Door's also a good one there. And 9th level Hold Monster and Mislead. Alright. Hold Monsters are good. Blessing of the Trickster at 3rd level as well. As an action, you can choose yourself or a willing creature within 30 feet of yourself to gain advantage on dexterity stealth checks. This blessing lasts for 1 hour until it uses feature again. Honestly, I don't see why it's restricted to one person. You say like you should be able to dish it up more, maybe having like, especially like comparing to say, other clerics like Twilight Cleric and things like that, and Peace Clerics and things. Why not just have it so you can, I don't know, scales off your wisdom or proficiency or something. Number of people get the blessing. Also, advantage is so easy to gain anyway. Why not? Why is it kept at one person? But there we go. Blessing of the Trickster. I think could be improved even further. Who cares? It's 30 feet away from yourself. It's their touch. Whatever. 3rd level Invoke Duplicity. You can use your channel divinity to create an illusionary duplicate of yourself. As a bonus action, you can expend 1 use of your channel divinity to teleport up to 30 feet to unoccupied space you can see, and you create a perfect visual illusion of yourself in the space you left. The illusion lasts for 1 minute, but ends early if you have the incapacity condition, or dismiss it as a bonus action. While illusion persists, you gain the following benefits. Cast spells. You can cast spells as though you were in the illusion space, but you must use your own senses. Distract. When both you and your illusion are within 5 feet of a creature, you can see the illusion. You have advantage on attack rolls against that creature, given how distracting the illusion is to the target. Move. As a bonus action, you can move the illusion up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space. You can see it as within 120 feet of yourself. You can then teleport, swapping places with the illusion. So yeah, some nifty features there. Most importantly though, it doesn't require concentration, so you can actually, use your illusion to do shenanigans and still concentrate on spells like Bless and Spirit Guardians. Very good spells there. 6th level Trickster's Magic. If you cast a spell of the illusion school, such as Hypnotic Pattern, there you get. Using a spell slot, you can change the spell's casting time to a bonus action for this casting, provided the spell's casting time is normally an action. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your wisdom modifier, minimum of once, and you gain all spend uses when you finish a long rest. I think whatever illusion spells they get. But Hypnotic Pattern's a really good one, so I guess bonus action Hypnotic Pattern's good. I guess bonus action Invisibility sometimes could be useful, I guess. Right? Very reminiscent of the Order Cleric. Bonus action enchantment spells. Alright, 17th level Improved Duplicity. Illusion of your invoked duplicity has grown more powerful. When you create it, you can teleport up to 120 feet rather than 30 feet. And when you move it, you can move it up to 60 feet rather than 30 feet. So it's faster. In addition, when you and your allies make attack rolls against a creature within 5 feet of your illusion, the attack rolls have advantage. Finally, when the illusion ends, you or a creature of your choice within 5 feet of it regains the number of hit points equal to your cleric level. So illusion is faster, jumping around the place, and not just you, but all your mates also get advantage to attack enemies illusions next to. I mean, it's good, but in this version of the game that they've been playtesting, getting advantage to attack people is actually really easy. There's so much advantage. Everyone's falling prone from the weapon mastery topple effects. It's so much advantage in general floating around. So I don't know, which makes this probably a weaker capstone than it would in our current version of the game. his advantage seems ridiculously easy to get. Okay. War Domain. Alright, the Martial Cleric. Why am I not playing a Paladin right now, Cleric? So what we get? Bonus proficiencies has been replaced by Divine Order in the base class. Domain spells includes Destructive Wave instead of Flame Strike. War Priest now lets you use the Mastery property of a weapon. In addition, the bonus attack recharges on a short rest, not just a long rest, and doesn't have to be paired with the attack action anymore. Thank goodness. Guided Strike now lets you benefit yourself or another creature, and it's triggered by missing, ensuring it has a greater chance of causing an attack to hit. War God's Blessing has been redesigned to allow the cleric to protect allies. The former functionality of this feature has been incorporated into Guided Strike. Alright. Divine Strike has been replaced by Blessed Strike in the base class. Avatar of Battle now provides resistance to all bludgeoning, piercing, slashing damage, not just non-magical versions. Okay, that's what we got. So at 3rd level you get your domain spells. Divine Favor, Magic Weapon, Shield of Faith. Got excited there. Shield? Oh no, Shield of Faith. No, never mind. And Spiritual Weapon. Or the 5th level Crusader's Mantle and Spirit Guardians. 7th level Freedom of Movement, Stone Skin. 9th level Destructive Wave, Hold Monster. 3rd level, also you get Training with Weapons, allows you to use the mastery property of one kind of simple or martial weapon for which you have proficiency. When you finish a long rest, you can change the kind of weapon you choose to another eligible kind. In addition, you can make one weapon attack as a bonus action. You can use this bonus action a number of times equal to your wisdom modifier, minimum once. You gain or expend uses when you finish a short rest or long rest, which is good because before, yeah, it's long rest before, so you get like your 3 bonus attacks in, and then that's it. But hey, you get more attacks overall in Adventuring Day. And you use weapon masteries, yay! So you can topple people prone. Wonderful. Also at 3rd level, you get Guided Strike. When you or a creature within 30 feet of you misses with an attack roll, you can use your reaction to expend 1 use of your channel ability and give that roll a +10 bonus, potentially causing it to hit. I feel like the War Cleric's very much set up to be, I'm here to be best mates with the party rogue. For some reason, it wasn't a tank or anything. So I'm kind of standing at the front here, trying to be very defensive and trying to set up, not topple enemy prone, and then get the rogue to sneak attack. And if they miss, Guided Strike, here you hit, do lots of extra damage. You're still supporting here. Help get the damage and hit. 6th level, War God's Blessing. Whenever you cast Shield of Faith on another creature, the spell also affects you. Yay! In addition, when you cast the spell once without expending a spell slot, and regain the ability to do so when you finish a short rest or long rest. Problem with Shield of Faith is concentration, and they're better spells to be casting. I mean, it's good. It's a good spell, but it's competing with things like Bless, and also at this level, it's competing with Spirit Guardians for your concentration. So, I mean, I guess if you're like really to hold the line with tanking and things, I guess it'll be the goer. But having it's a class feature being just for that one spell, that's not, it's not Bless. Bless is good. Yeah, not ideal, that one there. And 17th level, Avatar of Battle. You gain resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. Simple. That's what it says on the tin. You're like a barbarian now, I guess. Finally, at 17th level. Great. And that's it. That's the cleric. That's all she wrote. Yeah. I feel like this. I mean, I think I like, how this, the Holy Order, the separating it out from the domains, that makes sense. Having the domains kicking a little bit later, that's fine. Again, you can spend that time getting feel for cleric and figuring out what deity maybe, or aspect of your deity you want to follow. That sort of thing. That sounds like good role playing, good fun. I think cleric, I don't know. What roles I've always found with cleric, and I don't see this being solved here, is cleric's actually very boring to play. Like, because it's kind of like very straightforward. you kind of do the same thing over and over again, more so even than, you know, martial characters and things. It's just like, all right, because Bless is so strong, so good, generally speaking, you always do the best thing, because yeah, it's got that warping feature. When something's the best thing, it means you always, you know, it's doing the same thing over and over. So you start combat, you cast your Bless, you get your Bless up, you second turn, you get Spirit Guardian, not Spirit Guardian, Spiritual Weapon out to start hitting people, and you start cantripping and healing as required. That's kind of you. Sometimes you might want to do Spirit Guardians instead if the situation's more with you mop up a bunch of people as opposed to protecting the team with Bless. But yeah, cover and repeat, and there's not really much else to it beyond that for combat side of things. It's got a lot of interesting spells for outside of combat. You change your god for information, that sort of thing. Always solid, but yeah, in combat I find it very repetitive. I don't know. For me, it's just me. That's what I've noticed in all the games I've been involved with the Cleric. I played a little bit of Cleric here and there, but I never had a long campaign with Cleric personally, like me playing the Cleric. I've run a lot of Clerics, but yeah, I'm just not a fan of role-playing high wisdom characters. I like playing low wisdom characters, doing dumb things. It's always good fun. But having good wisdom saves is always nice, but you know, I like role-playing low wisdom. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Haha. Dear, makes good stories. Good fun. So yeah, there we go. That's the Cleric for this playtest packet. I mean, it's good tidy up overall. Nothing's jumping out at me as like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? But yeah, it's classic Cleric, I guess. It's fine. Nothing too dramatic. I don't know, what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Alright, until next time. I'm Brad Thompson. This has been Cutting Words. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss these videos that pop out on the regular. And yeah, I'll catch you for the next video for one more. Got Druid next. Druid, and then we're done with this playtest packet. Perfect. Alright, until next time, happy gaming, and see ya.